You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week we're taking a look at Sikh Nationalism and Identity in a Global Age by Giorgio Shani. This book was published in 2008 as part of the Routledge Advances in South Asian Studies series. The book is an exploration of Sikh national identity in post-colonial India and the diaspora. It specifically starts to explore the post-1984 period and the failure or deemed failure of the movement for a separate Sikh state, Khalistan. The book that we have, the copy that we have, is a hardbound edition. If you start to Google and look for this book online, you will see that there are very few copies around, and the copies that are around on the Amazon and eBay marketplaces go for three-figure sums. However, you'll be pleased to know that as an academic text, it is widely available in university and institutional libraries. So those of you who have access to them will be able to pick up a copy and read it at least for a short period of time whilst you borrow it. Giorgio Shani himself is an academic presently based in Japan. However, he received his doctorate from SOAS, the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. Let's take a look at the book. There is no getting away from the fact that this is an academic text, but that, I think, is what makes it such a great work. Whilst it's not easy reading, it is incredibly detailed and provides huge amounts of references, facts, figures, everything anybody who is researching this particular topic area would want to find. I have no doubt that sharing the content headings with you here will get a number of you excited and anticipated to try and get a copy of this book. The first chapter is an introduction, rethinking Sikh nationalism in a global age. The second chapter, from Panth to Qaum, the construction of a Sikh national identity in colonial India. The third chapter, the territorialization of the Qaum, Sikh national identity in independent India. Fourth chapter, from Khalistan to Punjabiyat, globalization, Hindutva and the decline of Sikh militancy. The fifth chapter, the territorialization of memory, Sikh nationalism in the diaspora. The sixth chapter, the politics of recognition from a Sikh national to a Sikh diasporic identity in a post-9/11 world. And the seventh chapter, beyond Khalistan, the Sikh diaspora, globalization and international relations. The book has a set of figures at the very beginning, lists of tables, the preface and abbreviations, but then it has very helpful appendices, notes, a bibliography and an index. And of course, every chapter is very well referenced, which you can find at the end, a series of notes, further reading and whatnot. Now, what makes this such a valuable piece of work is the context in which Shani presents all of his research and conclusions. You don't have to necessarily agree with the things that he says, and I certainly don't agree with some of the things he says, but it's the context that he provides, the backdrop of globalization, of the way that the world has changed in the last part of the 20th century and in the early years of the 21st century. It all provides much needed depth for the topic of Sikh nationalism, of Khalistan, and of what's going on in Punjab today. As I said at the top of the video, it is an expensive book to own. You can see that the copy I have, I was very fortunate to pick up a long time ago, but even that was priced at £85. It is difficult to get a hold of today, but again, as I stress, it's not necessarily a book you need to own, but certainly one that you need to read if this is an area of interest for you. But that's what we think. We want to know what you think. Please leave us a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to keep watching Cover to Cover, our guide at Naujawani on the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.